Katy Perry is one of the most recognizable icons in the world. We've witnessed her journey from budding artist to huge superstar, but her massive success didn't happen overnight. Here's a look at Perry's stunning transformation. Growing up. Born Catherine Elizabeth Hudson on October 25, 1984, Perry was raised, along with her younger brother David and older sister Angela, in Santa Barbara, California by Pentecostal pastors Mary Christine and Maurice Hudson. The family struggled financially, sometimes relying on food stamps and the church food bank for meals. Perry remembers panhandling and begging on the streets for change, but quickly learned that she could earn more by capitalizing on some of her natural assets. After explaining that she would hit up thrift shops for pencil skirts and snug-fitting cardigans, the singer told Vogue, "I have had this body for a very long time, and I would pour into those clothes very well, so it worked." But her looks weren't the only asset she was working. Christian debut. Perry was originally an aspiring gospel and Christian rock artist. In a video on a tour bus from those days, Perry shared,
"They're the best Christian bands. I'm like on tour with them, hanging out with them, and they actually laugh at my jokes. It's awesome."
Both Christianity Today and Billboard raved about her debut album, even though it was a commercial flop. But Perry wasn't giving up yet. Musical transformation. Taking on her mother's maiden name, Perry, Katy emerged as a bolder, more mainstream artist. As I Kissed a Girl hit the airwaves, Perry learned that being risque could come at a price, especially for a female artist. When asked if the song was based on a personal story, she explained to Vanity Fair, "I said no, I hadn't experienced it, even though I had, because I didn't like where the guys were taking the interviews." Her father, who referred to her as a devil child during this time, also spoke to The Sun about his daughter's persona, saying, "I was at a concert of Katy's where there were 20,000. I'm watching this generation and they were going at it. It almost looked like church. I stood there and wept and kept on weeping and weeping. They're loving and worshiping the wrong thing." Still, that didn't dissuade her from continuing to push the envelope with Teenage Dream and California Girls. Sex symbol. Having come a long way since her awkward teenage days,
I usually put loads of makeup on before the show because I'm a pizza face.
Perry had transformed into what GQ called a full-on male fantasy, and Elle reported she looked as though sketched by a teenage boy. Perry employed her newfound sexual liberation and, according to Vogue, was never exactly one to shy away from the outrageous or the extreme in any realm. But what fans were seeing on the outside was just a taste of the transformation going on for the singer inside. Believe. While showing off her Jesus tattoo in 2010, Perry told Rolling Stone, "God is very much still a part of my life, but the way the details are told in the Bible, that's very fuzzy for me. I also believe in extraterrestrials, and that there are people who are sent from God to be messengers, and all sorts of crazy stuff." 3 years later, she told Marie Claire, "I'm not Buddhist, I'm not Hindu, I'm not Christian, but I still feel like I have a deep connection with God." Today, she proudly sings the praises of transcendental meditation, a mindfulness technique that she practices twice a day. She described her experience to the David Lynch Foundation's executive producer, Bob Roth.
It's like a great workout for your mind without working out, but you get all the effects of working out.
Activist. In 2008, Perry openly opposed Prop 8, which would seek to overturn an earlier Supreme Court decision legalizing marriage equality. But despite the laws, she continued to stand up for equality. Of the resistance to LGBTQ rights, Perry told Parade, "Hopefully, we will look back at this moment and think like we do now concerning other civil rights issues. We'll just shake our heads in disbelief, saying, 'Thank God we've evolved.'" Perry was a huge supporter of Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election. The candidate who regularly promoted equality for the LGBTQ community. After Clinton lost the election, Perry designed a shoe in her honor. Philanthropist. 2013 was a big year for Perry. Not only did she team up with UNICEF to provide food and education to children in Madagascar, but she also became one of the organization's Goodwill ambassadors. Additionally, Perry donated a portion of the ticket sales from her Prismatic World Tour to UNICEF and spearheaded the Make Roar Happen project along with Staples to provide $1 million to Donors Choose with the mission of providing funds for classroom resources in public schools. Not only did Hillary Clinton present Perry with the the UNICEF's Audrey Hepburn Humanitarian Award, the singer also received the Human Rights Commission's 2017 National Equality Award.
I speak my truths and I paint my fantasies into these little bite-sized pop songs. For instance, I kissed a girl and I liked it.
The pop star explained how it had been more than a kiss, but she struggled internally with her entrenched anti-gay childhood beliefs. Even so, she knew she had hit on something.
But in 2008, when that song came out, I knew that I started a conversation that a lot of the world seemed curious enough to sing along to.
Triple threat. Perry can now claim 3 #1 albums in her repertoire. Teenage Dream took the top spot back in 2010, while Prism exploded in 2013. As she released Witness in June of 2017, Perry explained, "I feel very empowered, liberated from the conditioning of the way I used to think. Spiritually liberated, politically liberated, sexually liberated. Liberated from things that don't serve me." We can't wait to see what Perry will do next. Thanks for watching. Click the list icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out this other cool stuff we know you'll love too.